In this video, I'm going to explain how to get $3,000 to $5,000 profit in your bank account within the next 14 to 21 days. And the reason I say $3,000 to $5,000 is that's how much you can make from selling 2 to 3 high-ticket e-commerce products. If you don't know me, my name is Brooke, and in the last 2 to 3 years, I've made over $14 million online between numerous businesses selling high-ticket products that cost over $1,000. The first business I ever started was a high-ticket e-commerce business that I grew from zero to over $5 million within my first year and a half. And if you don't believe me, I'm actually going to show you right now. In September of 2021, this is when I was first launching my store. I guess I made a sale here. Then I transitioned niches in October. I didn't have any sales the first 20 days of the month. Made my first sale on October 21st for over $14,000. 10 days after that, I hit $30,000. By the end of November, I crossed over $177,000. And then in December that year, $215,000. 1 month after that, in January, $257,000. And then May of this year, we crossed over $600,000 in a single month. 1.5 years, we crossed over $4.7 million on just this store. I have numerous stores. This is just one of them. Very few people have reached my levels of success with dropshipping, and virtually nobody has done it that quickly. And if you still don't believe me for whatever reason, type in Brooke Hitting testimonials on YouTube, where you can see over 25 interviews of people. In the last year and a half, we've helped people do over $50 million in combined sales. In this video, I'm going to be discussing with you the 4 key pillars to building a high-ticket e-commerce business and the breakdown of exactly what you need to do so it's virtually foolproof. If you're dedicated, if you're okay with trying new things and being uncomfortable, and you have an hour or 2 per day to put into this, then it's highly likely you can make this work if you choose to. I've seen people from all walks of life do this. People like Chelsea, who's a mother of 5 kids, do this. I've seen people like Tommy, who's a professional athlete. I've seen former professional affiliate marketers, people like Ryan, who built his store from $0 to $1 million in his first 90 days. You can hear people like Bryn, who was a personal trainer for 10 years, making $3,000 to $4,000 a month, built his business to $60,000 profit within just 5 or 6 months of starting. That is 10 times his previous salary. You can go listen to all these people and they'll tell you for themselves. I'm now going to actually share with you a video from inside my most exclusive mastermind program that breaks down all the different components of an e-commerce business and how they fit together like a machine and how you can pull different levers of that machine to hit your goal. This video is on goals and actions in model math. You can turn pretty much success at anything into a math equation. So for example, if you know your conversion rate on your website is 2.25%, which is low, then you know for every 1,000 visitors, you're going to make 2.5 sales. So then you can focus on the number of visitors. If you know that you are selling items where you make $2,000 profit and you know that you're going to get a 0.25% conversion rate on them, then you can very quickly break down how much money you want to make and how many visitors you need. So just to show you an example of this, you can make yourself a copy of this by clicking File, Make a Copy. So let's say you want to make $20,000 profit. Your suppliers give you 30% margin and you're going to spend roughly 10% on ads to make those sales. So your net's going to be 20%. With 20% margin to make $20,000 profit, we're going to have to make $100,000 in sales. Let's say if we're going to sell items that cost on average $4,000 and we're going to convert 0.3% of people, we need to make 25 sales per month. And if we're converting 0.3% of people, that means we need 8,000 visitors to our store, which might sound like a lot, but once we get into the fast selling system section of the program, you will see how it's actually not that hard to get this many people to your website. It's 277 per day, which is not that crazy. Hundreds of millions of people on the internet. So you can change this. Maybe you only want to make $5,000 this month. And maybe your supplier only gives you 25% margin, but you're going to use B2B and not ads. That means you only need to hit $20,000 in revenue and hit $5,000 profit. And maybe you're selling $1,000 items instead of 4. Then you need to sell 20 items that cost $1,000 each. But let's say your conversion rate, because the price is cheaper, is 50%. That means you only need 133 visitors per day. Or let's say you're super aggressive and you want to make $50,000 profit per month, but your margin's 40 because you have a really high margin niche. That means you need to hit $125,000 in sales. Let's say we're going to spend 10% on ads. We need to hit $160,000 in sales to hit 50K profit. Our order value, let's say, is 5,000 and our conversion rate is 0.35. That means we need to get 317 visitors to our store per day. If we convert 0.35% of them, we will make 33,000 sales in the month, which will allow us to hit our target. And when you break down your goals like this, like $50,000 profit sounds great. It's not really clear exactly how you get there, but it is clear if you know you need to get 317 people to your store every day and convert 0.35% of them while you're selling a $5,000 item with 40% margin. That's a lot more actionable because then we can find suppliers that give us this margin. We can find suppliers that give us this price point. We can figure out ways to drive traffic to our website, and then we can focus on turning our website into conversion
converting as many people as possible. While goals are great, it's much better to break down that goal into specific targets and actions that we can focus on hitting on a daily basis. I encourage you to make a sheet of your own, and then over time, compare what the sheet says to what you're actually hitting. Maybe you're getting the visitors, but you're not converting them enough. So then you need to focus on improving your conversion rate. Or maybe your conversion rate's great, but you're just not getting enough traffic to hit the goal. Pretty much all the variables of the business are on this sheet, and then you just need to pull your levers to improve different parts of them. And while this sheet is obviously geared toward this goal, you can do this for pretty much anything. Fitness goals if you want to lose weight, financial goals if you want to save money. Break your goals down like that into very specific inputs and outputs. With those inputs and outputs, you allow yourself to focus on improving those on a daily basis, because while losing 100 pounds is a great goal, just like making $50,000 profit a month is a great goal, there's not much you can really do with that. It's like, how do I get there? You get there by getting this many visitors, converting this many of them with this price point product with these margins. Break your goals down like this, and it will really, really help you achieve clarity where exactly you should be spending your time.
Those are the main things you need to break down to hit any goal in e-commerce. You need to know the average price point and profit of your products. You need to know your traffic, and then how much of that traffic you're actually converting. And when you pull those different levers, you can accomplish any goal. And now let's actually break down how you're gonna hit $5,000 within the next few weeks. Let's say your margin target is 30%. Ad spend, depends. You want to use ad spend or you're not. Let's do both ways. Your profit target is going to be 5,000. Let's say your margin target is going to be 35%. You're going to spend 10% on ads. Your average order value, let's say, is 7,500. That means in the next 21 days, you're going to have to make 2.67 sales. And if you're converting on your website 0.43% of people, you're going to need to hit $20,000 in sales if you're running ads. If you do not have any money for ads or you think that's too risky, you can just put your ad target as 0. In that case, you're only going to need to make 14,000 sales. And you're only going to need to get 442 visitors per month. This sheet shows you exactly what you need to do to get to that $5,000 profit that you want to get to in the next 21 days. I would say you need to allocate about 7 to 10 days of that 21 days to getting your business set up, your niche picked, your store launch, and then you're going to have 10 days to hit these traffic numbers that you need to hit. Once you know exactly how many people you need to get to your website and how many of them you need to convert, it just becomes a question of how do you get that many people to your website. And there's multiple ways you can do that. You can use ads, you can use B2B email, you can post organically on Pinterest or Facebook or social media. If you get that traffic and you're not hitting the sales numbers, then that means you're not converting enough of them. So then the question becomes, how can you improve your website in your sales process to convert the people at that target conversion rate? And it's just a constant game of pulling these levers: traffic, conversion, and price point and profit. And when you pull them and get better at this over time, you'll be able to hit astronomical goals that seem not even real to you, completely out of question for you today. And if you want to know the nitty-gritty on how to get this all actually set up from scratch, I'm going to list my free course in the top right-hand side of the screen. You can go check that out. It's like 9 hours long. It will show you exactly how to get everything set up. If you're new to all this and you want to follow a proven system, I have an amazing program that has delivered over $50 million in results for my clients. You can book a call in the description where it says book call, and we will figure out with my team whether or not you're a fit. I've also linked an exclusive training video. We'll show you all sorts of new updated strategies for 2024. If you want to keep up with me more daily, you can follow me on Instagram at ecomwithbrooke, or you can join my email list, which I'll put in the description below. Thank you for watching. I hope you took some value, and I'll see you back here soon. Cheers.